So just show me.
Okay. Oh, I need to practice, but well, I made this by myself. It was free because it was made out of cardboard and an old 2x4. I guess I paid for the guitar strings, but yeah, I need practice, but I don't got time for that because this is a tour of my house, and I'm too busy building my house to practice the guitar or the dulcimer. But I'll show you my house. This is unique, but I want to share what it's involved with building a house. Or, well, I understand this is not your normal kind of house, but you may have seen the outside. It was an old barn that was built in the 1890s. It was I'll go into the story, but pretty much it's taken me many, many years, but everything you see is handmade or restored pretty much. So for right now, amidst home construction, this is where I live. I sleep there. I cook on here. I try to do the dishes here. Everything has a story. To me, if it has a story, it kind of has a soul. But like this door, this is all, again, everything has a story, but this is all made out of American elm, which is pretty much extinct now because it was all killed by the Dutch elm disease. But this is one last survivor that eventually died. I was able to take it down as a dead tree. I milled it out there in my sawmill and turned it into a pair of Dutch doors. Originally, when this was a barn that was again built 50 miles away, it did have Dutch doors like this, and the horses came through, and then there were lined up horses, and those are the horses that were used to plow the fields for like teams of horses. But all that is history, you know, and I like being a part of it. And it shows a time in history where people worked the land. It was more hand to mouth. People didn't go to the grocery store to get everything they needed. If they needed something, they had to make it, they had to find it, they had to grow it. And that really resonates with me. So if I can't do it, if I can't live like that, I'm gonna try the best I can. But I'm also a creative mind, might you say. Maybe you might figure out through time that either I'm a genius mastermind or I'm just strange. But I like to be creative and fun. These are some old doors that were tore out of an old theater over by Walla Walla, Washington, and took all the paint off. And then I always thought it'd be fun to make sliding doors. These are all old doors off of old farm machinery that I found in fields and stuff. All the woodwork, like this, if you see this, it's got these kind of neat little holes on there. That is because when this was barn wood, like maybe 150 years ago, this wood was used up on the roof they would nail the cedar shingles to it, and then those nails would rust, and then those are old nail holes, and then so the rust turned black on the wood and made it all kind of like all this really sexy wood that you see. But again, it tells a story. But this is just one room. There's all kinds of things. But like I said, it's a hand-built house. Pretty much most everything you see is either hand-built or restored. This came out of an old lobby of an old bank. If you look at all the doors, yeah, like this door right here, like Grandma in her backyard had this pile of wood. It was about this high, and I wound up finding out that it was a door. I thought it was so cool because it was from my grandma's house, and I put all the pieces together and replaced the glass, and then voila, it turns into this beautiful door with very beautiful lines of a door from probably about 1880s. And then all the door hardware is, again, stuff that I've saved all my life. But like I said, I like old things. I don't like cheap plastic new stuff. something that sort of tells the story. So I found this barn. I was out looking for Christmas trees one winter evening. I was going down the road, and I saw that there was this, it was actually this other building that was in this lady's driveway, and the people that I was with were all too tired and cold. They didn't want to go out and talk to some old lady with this weird structure in her driveway. But I found her the next day. I called her up. I said, hey, what's up with that structure? I got a cat playing with the bag over there, so that's the other noise there. But I called the lady. She said, no, that thing is all, somebody has it. We're just getting rid of the farm. We've sold everything. There's nothing left except for this old barn. I was like, what? There's a barn somewhere? I didn't see the barn, so I went out there the next day, and that was this evening right here, which is about 10 years ago, really. It was just a barn. If you look at pictures of what it looks like then and what it looks like now, it looks like a completely different place. But it has beautiful bones. This is the upstairs. It had snow going through it. It was all full of hay, halfway rotten. And now, then it took me a year to take it down. I took all the shingles off. It was like right there. And then I got all my buddies together. We tore it all down. There were dead animals and stuff that were in there that we found, like mummified pigs and mummified cats. But I took it all down and then moved all of the sticks to my property here. And then put it back. I put it up pretty much as the same structure on my property. And then slowly, ever since then, I've been building dormers, building doors, building all the windows and things like that. So, there's a big story to this, and it really has not just been a construction project. It's been my lifestyle. And if anything, it's probably kept me off the streets. But it's all basically built on passion, I think. This is eventually going to be my wood shop and fine furniture studio, but right now it's a mess. Things like my dad builds hot rods, so also my alter ego is automobiles, but I found these cool Model T step rails that go between the two tires, and I was able to find two. Oh, that's my dog bales. And then a friend of mine had 3, so now I can get up into this next room. We'll go up this way. So, again, please be patient with me because it's not a finished house. I'm working on it. You might be included in this huge journey that I'm embarking on to be able to finish this place. But this is the upstairs. So the wood that was rotten, I replaced, found more boards, whitewashed the wood, and pretty much this is like the old timber, the bones of the barn, which I just love, and I want to live with it. Like I said, I cannot live with cheap plastic, disposable, dumb stuff. This is all stuff that this wood was put on a building 150 years ago, so I get to live with the old timers that tell stories. But eventually, this is going to be, I guess the walkthrough is there's going to be a kitchen over there. There's going to be a big party porch out there with an outdoor kitchen, an outdoor shower. Of course, you don't know this by now, I like to be outside. But the roof is insulated. I've got R55 on here. Everything that is, I pretty much built all this, what you see, with just a hammer. Now I'm smart enough to get electricity and a generator. And this whole place is running off solar, so I can show you that later about how this whole place is run off solar. But a lot of it is, I like to be around the soul of old things, but it's also recycled, reused, repurposed. So I'm not cutting down tons of forest to make a crummy house. This is a house that's yet again, hopefully gonna be around for hundreds of years. The property out there, I'll have This used to just be a farmer's field, but now, as I've been building this house, I've been planting trees, creating wetlands, making improvements, creating habitat. So now, before there was probably about 5 different species of birds that were on my property. And back then there was about 5 different species of birds. And now there's probably, you're looking at close to 50 different species of birds that come in and migrate, or at least live as residents on this property, which is cool. And I get to see the fruits of my labor. So this is kind of the rundown of the barn. We'll go into more detail as we embark on this journey of making things. Too many stories to tell in one video. If you like what you've just seen, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.